person in the corner.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
and then
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our 31 Days of Halloween here on the channel. Today is October 18th, and we are talking about a crazy-ass movie called The Crazies. The Crazies is a very interesting zombie-esque movie where a low-populated town becomes infected and is basically quarantined. So this movie is a wild ride, has a lot of very, very interesting and crazy ass parts. And Timothy, what's his name? Timothy Olyphant. He's the main character. He is such an awesome actor, and I love seeing him. So just seeing him in this movie again, I'm just like, yeah, dude, this guy kicks so much ass. So this is a great survival-esque movie. Anthony's first time watch.
this is a first time watch, and I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It actually has really good pacing too. It also has good visual presentation. I like the shot selection. I like the palette, and I do like the story of this movie. And yeah, it's basically a biological governmental cover-up. So you have this plane that has crashed into, a bog or a swamp, pollutes the water system, and these people of this town start drinking it, and then they start going mad and killing everybody in the town. So basically, we have the government coming in to cover up, and it's just a wild ride of a movie.
Yeah, this movie as I've never seen the original, but this is a remake for a movie in the 1970s of the same title.
I had never seen it, so I didn't know this was actually a remake.
Yeah. So and I'm curious to see even if the remake what similarities they have. We'll have to probably check that out at some point.
Yeah, I know that I came to the end of this movie at the credits. I saw that George Romero was the executive producer.
Yeah, so the Crazies, 1973 was the original Crazies, and it was directed by George A. Romero.
Okay, so that makes sense.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, that's an early fun fact for you, but yeah, I think that all in all, this movie has very awesome pacing. And is very interesting. Interesting, keeps your interest the whole time through. For me, at least, it did. And the infected in this movie are very, very scary. I'd say this is a very interesting and intense virus. As the plot unfolds, the movie starts out pretty much right away. Like things start happening. You get a guy that's kind of acting weird, and he just comes into the middle of a baseball game and is just kind of like standing in the field with a shotgun. And it's up to the deputy
David
to put him down.
Yeah, and he puts him down, and he's met by the family of these people, and this family actually comes back and hinges the revenge while being infected. And what I like about this movie with the infected, infected aren't mindless people. They're still coherent. Sorry, words are hard sometimes.
Words are hard.
And I like that whole aspect of this movie. And it seems like the virus slowly takes hold, and you're uncoherent at the end of it, as we see zombies at the end of it. But I really like that about this movie, because in that scene, we have a brutal scene too. It's really cool how it goes down. Judy, his wife, is she's pregnant, and she goes into the baby's room, and I just like that whole scene of like she's like, well, this is going to be your room, and then you see the person in the corner, and then and then David comes up the stairs, and he walks in, and she's tied up, and she's in the situation, and basically David gets stabbed in the hand,
Yeah.
and he pulls it off, and then he takes the knife and kills her, and then pulls it out.
Yeah.
And then this knife is just in the sequence the whole time. He uses it to cut her free.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a really brilliant sequence in this movie.
It is awesome. It is awesome. It's awesome. It's brutal. This movie is very, very brutal. But yeah, like you said, the way that the infected are in this movie, I like that it's more of like a slippery slope. It's like you're still there, you're still in there. You're not like a mindless zombie. You're just like an infected, rage-filled person. It's augmenting your brain cells and the way that your brain works. Definitely turning that aggression knob all the way up. And people's like veins are like popping out and their eyes are red and shit. It's a cool aesthetic, cool prop. What you would call it, just like makeup aesthetics towards these infected. I really liked in this movie when they're painting this picture like the government's gonna save them, and then it's completely opposite. Government's trying to contain it, but it's also at the same time like not just that. It's like a government experiment. You know what I mean? Because it starts off, you get this whole thing, like this starts at the beginning of the movie. You get this like God's eye camera view of like it zooms way out.
You mean Big Brother watching?
Yeah, Big Brother watching, and it's just like what you would call it, like shows population 1,200 and something people of this town. And then towards the end, or at the end of the movie, we get back to Big Brother's camera, and it's like population 2, and then it says initiate quarantine for the next town that they're heading into because they're technically infected. So, but it's so interesting to watch. There's that scene where everybody's gathering to get help via the military, via the government, and they're like, come on, and then they end up killing everyone, and it's just like wild because it's like that's probably the reality of a situation like that, and that's scary as shit. So I thought that was like really cool, very very cool to put in. Brutal, awesome. The Crazies is I definitely highly recommend this movie to watch if you're a big fan of zombie. If you're a big fan of George's work, like you'll like this movie. I haven't seen enough this year watching these movies. I've realized I have not seen enough zombie movies, let alone enough George movies. So
yeah, there's he has a lot of movies in his catalog. There was one that I didn't mention on the Dawn of the Dead is Land of the Dead.
Yeah,
there's another one of his.
There's just so many deads.
Yeah, he has a wide catalog of movies that are freaking awesome.
Yeah, so all in all, I love The Crazies. I think this movie sits for me somewhere between a 4.5 and a 5. So I'll probably just pick 4.5. I definitely want to watch this again because I did feel like I missed a couple of things. So as of now, 4.5 out of 5. I think this is great. The score is great. The tracks are great. The cinematography is awesome in this movie. I think it's beautiful in this movie. The way that they use the lighting throughout this movie is super cool. And just the infected. They definitely rise above and are just such a key role in this movie. So that's what I give it. What would you give it?
I really like this movie. I'm going to give it a 5.
Nice.
I didn't know that it was an actual George Romero remake. I need to go back and watch that movie because I missed that one in his catalog. So I definitely want to revisit the original of this movie. It's a great movie all around. I was telling Calvin about this movie. It kind of has similarities on story, how it gets flipped with Return of the Living Dead, which is a classic that everyone likes. Town finds virus gets let out, and then town is quarantined and blown up. So I just thought it was a cool similarity with that movie.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, everyone. I think you're ready for fun facts for the Crazies. That's what we stick around for these episodes for, is this. I know that's what you guys really like. So, here we go. The old police car they go back to get is a 1973 Ford LTD, which was the year the original The Crazies was released.
Easter eggs, and I'd love those.
Each actor who was transformed into a crazy had to sit in the makeup chair for 3 hours.
Damn. Them veins.
Them veins. If you read the graffiti on the jail cell wall, one appears to say Romero in reference to director George A. Romero.
Damn it. All these Easter eggs. I didn't see that one.
When the sheriff discovers the military plane, a satellite records his location at 40.851216 and negative 94.548340. These coordinates do, in fact, point to Iowa, but to farmland and not to the marshes as depicted. The town of Lenox, population 1401, is the closest real town to these coordinates.
That's cool.
Some of the film was done in Lenox, Iowa. Lenox is the opposing team in the baseball scene early in the film.
That's cool.
The film opens with the song "We'll Meet Again" as performed by Johnny Cash. The song is from the same album that provided "The Man Comes Around," which opened another remake of George A. Romero's film Dawn of the Dead in 2004. The album is American 4, the last full album Cash released before his death. The Man Comes Around and We'll Meet Again are the opening and closing tracks, respectively.
That's not, I mean, I noticed that, and I just like Johnny Cash is getting
Yeah.
a lot of praise in these horror movies.
Elizabeth Banks turned down a role in this film because she thought it was too similar to her character in Slither in 2006. Slither is a fantastic movie, and that is something that I would like to cover at some point on this channel. Have you seen Slither before?
No, I haven't seen Slither, so we'll probably cover it.
Slither's
at some
a
point.
badass movie.
Maybe next 31 days.
Slither is a James Gunn movie.
Oh, okay.
So it's definitely something that we should check out. The 12th film released in select D-Box enabled cinemas located in the US and Canada. In D-Box words, the motion control technology adds to the movie's plot and underlining themes of fear, terror, and explosions, actions by offering realistic sensations during most of the film's action scenes. So the D-Box, you know. Oh, this is funny. There's a lot of cool fun facts. The location of the plane crash, as shown by satellite, is actually 41.779412, negative 94.467130. It crashed in Springbrook Lake, Iowa. The larger body of water seen in the bottom right corner of the last few frames of the satellite image is Lake Panorama, Iowa, a popular summer getaway lake. The town of Lenox, Iowa, where parts of the movie were filmed and based on, is nearly 70 miles away.
Sometimes movies, man, when they keep the realism and it's just awesome.
Timothy Olyphant and Joe Anderson have previously worked together in High Life in 2009. Timothy Olyphant would go on to play another law enforcement officer in the TV series Justified in 2010. Both works were released in 2010, so that's cool. And that is literally all of the fun facts that they have for this movie, right?
Did you notice? I can't remember the actress's name that played the lead. She played Judy.
Mm-hmm.
She's in Pitch Black. She's just a lot older.
Oh, really? I'm guessing it's phone decided to be a little slow today. Literally. Rada Mitchell.
Rada Mitchell, yeah.
Yep.
That's her.
That's right. She is in Pitch Black. Pitch Black's an awesome movie.
That's another one we should cover.
That's an awesome movie. I was obsessed with that movie.
Such a great movie.
Okay, so that's going to be it for our fun facts for this episode. Thanks so much for sticking around and watching and listening. And, we'll catch you on tomorrow's episode. Please hit that like and subscribe button down below. If you want to support us even more, go to patreon.com/thecalvincam. Join one of our tiers over there. Support us. Or you can follow us on our Instagram and TikTok. We love interacting with you guys over there. So please go over there, follow us. And like I said, we'll catch you tomorrow.
See you then.